The financial requirement for study permits will be raised to reflect the current cost of living. A single applicant will need to show that they have $20,635 in funds to support themselves in Canada, moving up from $10,000. Future increases will be tied to the low income cutoff that Statistics Canada publishes every year. Since most students are currently halfway through their school year and some are working full-time to meet their needs, we will extend the temporary policy that has allowed eligible international students to work more than 20 hours per week through till April 30th of 2024. The end of the academic year. Ahead of September 2024, we are prepared to take necessary measures, including significantly limiting visas to ensure that designated learning institutions provide adequate and sufficient student supports as part of the academic experience. Enough is enough. If provinces and territories cannot do this, we will do it for them, and they will not like the bluntness of the instruments.
My name is Asitonka Agri Abba, and channel is called Asi Darling because I'm such a darling. Hi guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel, Sugar Asi Darling. Thank you guys so much for clicking once again. If you're new to this channel, please consider subscribing. And to all my OGs, you know what to do. Comment down below, let me know, gang. Earlier today, the immigration minister, Mac Miller, released the bomb. And the video, coincidentally, the video I dropped today was about the Toronto laws that they were bringing in. And in that video, I was like, with the way we've been hearing things in this Canada, 2024 go tough for, you know, just realistically trying to share to people. And then I got some comments of, hey, soon you will say you will discourage. See, first of all, if you're just watching this video for the first time, maybe you're new, I need the advice person here. I'm a firm believer in whatever your IC you take. If you say you want to rush here, and fine, sort yourself. We are not related, so I'm wondering why you think that it go to pay me, say you make mistake. But I can give you gist. Everything I give here is what? Gist. So let me gist you. Yesterday, they did draw. For those of you in the pool, did any of you get it? If you did, congratulations. But basically, the score was so high, 561. 4,750 candidates were invited for the express entry draw. It is crazy. For you to get this score now, you have to be below 30 with masters. You have to have maybe like 2 years experience in this Canada. And then maybe you schooled in Canada. And then you have 3 years experience back home. Yeah? And then you have a sibling. And you max out your IELTS. This score is that high. Do you understand? It is that high because they did, shout out to Law of Canada, they did kind of like analysis on his page, and that was how they were able to get this score. Like random, just putting in things. What if the person is 29? What if the person has this master's, has this, before they were able to get to a score like this? It is crazy. So those of us that are elderly people, you need to start looking at other ways. If you're here already as a student, PMP. Be in provinces that want you. That is just the only gist I can give you. I'm not giving an advice. That's the only gist I can give you. School in a province that is easy for you to get absorbed, or you do masters in Ontario. Just pray that your own is different. Let's get into today's news.
The main purpose for an international student to be in Canada is to study. However, since most students are currently halfway through their school year and some are working full-time to meet their needs, we will extend the temporary policy that has allowed eligible international students to work more than 20 hours per week through till April 30th of 2024, the end of the academic year. We're currently examining options for this policy in the future, but we know that 40 hours a week is untenable if you're a student, and are looking to potentially expand off-campus work hours for international students up to 30 hours per week while class is in session. Our data shows us that 80% of international students or more work more than 20 hours a week.
Okay, so Canada unveils new visa requirements, raises proof of fund from 10,000 to 20,000. Canadian authorities, this is from Instablog, Canadian authorities have announced the cost of living financial requirement for study permit applicants for international students will increase from $10,000 to $20,000 starting January 1st, 2024. I told the people January will be hot. Somebody say, hey, prophet of doom. I told people that the way they have increased tax, they have increased a lot of things, and everything is just starting like Happy New Year. Welcome. Mac Miller, Canadian Minister of Immigration, Refugees and Citizenship, made this announcement in a statement on Thursday. Starting January 1st, 2024, the cost of living financial requirements for study permit applicants will be raised so that international students will be financially prepared for life in Canada. For 2024, guys, please listen. A single applicant will need to show that they have 20,000 635, which is just 75% of the LICO, in addition to their first year tuition, no longer first semester. So if your first year, if you're doing a 1-year program that is $19,000, $19,000 plus $20,000 is how much? 39. And then your travel costs. Do you understand? This change will apply to new study permit applications received on or after January 1st, 2024. For close to 2 decades, study permits and study permit applicants for international students have remained at $10,000. This review will take effect from January 1st and will prevent student vulnerability and exploitation, the statement said. Guys, let me know your thoughts in the comment section. For me, I know right from time, I don't know for others, but most Nigerians know that as much as they say $10,000 for application, that's before. You had better have more than that 10,000. This 10,000 was just book 10,000. Like 10,000 as at that time was like, how much safe? But I remember that my agents were saying that I should have more than the 10 million. I should have maybe 15, and then minus the other declaration, minus all the land, minus all the things you would even submit. So if you have always overestimated on your budget, I don't think this will be so much of a burden. But let me tell you guys, one of the things that comes with protesting this type of news. I'm going to be doing another video concerning how they are coming after content creators and all of that. Just watch out for that, because a lot of things are going to be changing. As Canada, they change. Myself, they change next year. So one of the things I feel has brought about this, remember when a lot of students decided to start sleeping on the streets or camping on the floor in protest that they can't find house, that housing cost is too much, or something. And then people kept saying, but you said you have money. You said there's, because we wrote that we have finance, we have funds. So when you come in and you're like, no, we can't get house. Why are we sleeping on the street? And why is there no job for, this entitlement, quote unquote, that a lot of people were showing. This is the effect. This particular thing is the effect of that. Because right now, if afterwards they increase this thing and you as a student ever come out to say you don't have money, they may resort to deporting you. So that is another thing I'm thinking. Guys, let me know your thoughts in the comment section, because if they have increased this and now they are showing that there's nothing like first semester, first year school fees, this is deep. So those that want to do refugee, you cannot refugee after paying 1 whole year school fees. And one of the things I have to also add is that Nigerians were not like the bulk amount of people that were seeking asylum status. The bulk amount were not Nigerians. But still, this is one thing that I'm sure that they were able to curb in one go. The fact that nobody is going to shout about not having money, because then they will look at your application and ask if you forged all the money you showed. And the second one is if you have paid 1 year. Maybe let's say you were to pay 2 years school fees. Imagine coming here to do a 2 years course, and then you've paid 1 year and you're running away. Like, why did you even do the 2 years course? Why not just do a 1 year course in a place where you can easily get PR? Do you understand? Guys, let me know your thoughts in the comment section. I also checked the IRCC official Twitter or X page. Starting, of course, they wrote it starting January 1st, the cost has been increased, the threshold will be adjusted each year. So now this is not just something that they're going to increase and leave. They're just going to be working with it per year and seeing how, okay, if inflation has added, we might move from 20 to 21 or 22. Okay, so they say for 2024, single applicant will need 20,635 in addition to their first year tuition and travel costs. This change will apply to all, of course, from first. And then there's another part of the news that he did that I'm sure is good news for those of us that are already here. People that, when I was doing those videos about working, people be like, how are you working full time? I said they told us we can work full time. How are you still able to work? It's almost like, see, I use God's name to beg you. Don't come to this country if you don't have patience to research. I beg you, you will also. You see this news now, I'm taking pains at 2 a.m. to still recite it. There are people that are here, there are people that are about to come, there are people that will not know. And it's not funny because this is not the place where information will come meet you. You will long for information. You will find updates. So please always be around people that are sharing updates. Follow pages that are giving you updates. Good updates, learn everything so that you know how to sift. Like Berean Christians, you go back home, you drink the Coke and leave the bottle. Not so. RLCC page continued and said, in addition, Minister Miller has provided an update on 3 temporary policies that were set to expire by the end of this year. International students already in Canada, as well as applicants who have already submitted an application for study permit as at December 2023, will be able to work off campus for more than 20 hours up to April 30th, 2024. I'm going to share my thoughts about this thing. The second one is the measure that has allowed international students to count time spent studying online towards the length of their postgraduate work permit, as long as it constitutes less than 50% of the study, will continue to be in place for students who begin a study program before September 1st, 2024. The third one is a temporary policy was introduced on 3 occasions to provide an additional 18-month work permit to PGWP holders as their initial work permit was expiring. Foreign nationals with postgraduate work permit expiring up to December 31st, 2023 will remain eligible to apply. However, this temporary policy will not be extended further. Guys, let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Okay, so concerning the first temporary policy, those of you that have submitted application, maybe you're already in Canada or you're about to start in winter. So winter's babies, this is our first good news, amen? If you're already landing or you're landing this December, you have January, February, March to work. Do you understand? Work as you like, it's fine. That is like you work more than 20 hours. Where this thing has bow leg is because it is winter. Jobs are limited. This is not the time. Even Insta work, they said soon it will become dry. It will almost be like the app has spoiled because there will be no jobs. And then it starts picking up late March, April, like once you be getting maybe conference hall jobs and all of that. But it is not like intense such that this one becomes something of like, let's be too happy. Let me not lie. Guys, let me know your thoughts. However, there's a part of the news that says they are exploring an option to increase the actual study permit time to 30 hours per week. So this particular 30 hours might come into effect after April next year, when they have, of course, exhausted this increment. They will now say, okay, maybe put in a new policy that instead of just 20 hours per week, international students can do up to 30. They will not do 40, but 30 at least. Let's stop at 30. So guys, let me know your thoughts. Then this next one has to do with online study. A lot of people have been asking me, online, you say your classes are online. How did you do it? I thought they say online is not needed. Again, I tell you, please be reading. There are some people that online were allowed, and because online, you can see here, it was ending this year. These are policies that were ending this year. Policies that were ending this year that they are saying, okay, they may or may not extend. Now, for this particular part, please reach out to your school. Different schools have different policies. Some schools have stopped that like option, like full-time, maybe when you're studying and you're choosing your blocks or you're choosing your schedules. You'll see some that are maybe just online, some will be hybrid, some will be flexible. Some schools have removed the online part, okay? That time there was COVID and some people were having to study from their home country since it's online, and then they combine all. But what they are saying is it must be less than 50%. So, if you're in Nigeria this winter and your first semester courses are 7, your second semester courses are 5, don't do first semester in Nigeria. Because doing first semester in Nigeria, you're studying more than 50% online. Do you understand? I don't know how to solve the maths beyond that. Ask your school for more information. I know that there are people that did online with us definitely afterwards. The main thing is first you have to be in Canada. Then those that are not in Canada, you have to also confirm with your school. Guys, let me know your thoughts. It's crazy, it's a lot, but please confirm with your school. Then, of course, the temporary policy about giving extension for work permit for those that their work permits were expiring, that one is not going to be extended. So those of us that, I just got my work permit, it will be funny to say, okay, there's extension because it's not expiring yet. So maybe next year, if they see a lot more people are having like expiring work permits, maybe they will extend. But guys, let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Right now, these are the laws that have been put into effect for January 2024. What do you think about it? Personally, I believe that the work part will favor, of course, students that are coming in winter session. If you get a job in Timmy's, if you get a job in McDonald's, the citizens and people that are already living here are not happy about it, because the more they increase the work hours for students, the fewer jobs are available for other people. So that is the clause. Just in case you're coming here, sometimes like I did in my previous video, I said it may seem like we are the bad guys, when citizens see you're an international student, you're taking their job, you're here just doing nothing, and then you now see international students that are going to food bank to hustle food with them. You see international students that are complaining that why is housing expensive. You get how it sounds. So please, whenever you come in, try as much as possible to look out for jobs. If you see any, please, as much as possible, do it well. Do it to the best of your ability. That's the most important thing. Before you go and be showing yourself, make sure you have a second job or you have alternative. Guys, let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Winter is already here. I'm wishing you guys all the best. Then for those of us that are still waiting for CRS score to come down, at this point, I feel like prayer meeting is important. Fasting, Shiloh, whatever you can do, please do. These are just the updates that we have from IRCC. Hope you're now well informed about how we are starting 2024. And for those of you that are students, you're well informed. If you're already here in Canada, I'm sure the good news is for you. For those of you that have applied and your school is supposed to start 2024 September, this law does not apply to you. That's the thing about Canada law. You have to read it per time. So that when you now ask me, but Asi, I'm coming in September, it just shows that it will not apply to you, because this law stops in April. Asi, I'm coming in May, but I've already applied. It does not apply to you. But the beauty of Canadian immigration laws is both good and bad. It changes every day. That's just the beauty of it. So before it gets to that May, you might have something that is very profitable, and it's probably going to, be good news for you. But guys, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. As usual, I remain your girl, Asi Darling. Thank you so much for watching. Please check out my other videos, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye, guys. Everybody say to your name is yeah. Lift up your hands and say your name is yeah. Oh, you are the miracle.